This time, no interruptions, buddy. And remember to abide by all of our community guidelines. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. The minute and 30 mark. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tap in, tap in, tap in, man. Let's have a conversation. How you doing, Matt? Happy holidays to you. Leonardo, happy holidays. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hit that like button for me, man. We're just having a basic discussion tonight, man. Talk about the holidays. Talk about the good. Talk about the bad. What's up? What's up, man? Welcome, man. Welcome. Keegan has cancer. I'm sorry to hear that, Keegan. I'll say a prayer for you, bro. Happy holidays to you all. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Happy holidays to you. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for liking for this guy. Absolutely, man. So we got quite the crowd tonight, man. Thank you for messing with me, man. We wouldn't be nothing without the people. Jamila, Toka, how y'all doing tonight, man? I just started this live, so I haven't even started talking about nothing yet. Just started it. How you doing, Ed? Mr. Two Times. The two-time reigning champion. Yeah, I play video games, man. I ain't playing no games tonight, man. I have to tap in and clock in to work tonight. Thank you, Toka. Appreciate that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hello. Do I play Fortnite? No, I don't play Fortnite, but I know people who do, man. Got nothing bad to say about Fortnite, man. I'm not a video gamer, bro. You know what? As of right this very moment, I'm kind of seeing what who's gonna be tapping in tonight. I can have a topic. Last night the topic was you know, rid your energy of the energy drainers. And If you go back and look at that video, I actually filmed it outside last night down the street, and it was all right. Oh man, greetings to England from America, man. Wish I could be in England. Tonight's topic is topics. Yeah, there you go. Tonight's topics is topics. Greetings to Indonesia, man. We love the Asian people. One of the last great fishermen in the world. Mr. Two Times is from Canada. Okay. Dylan from Texas. Depends on what the shout out is. Greetings from Arkansas. Man, you just everywhere, huh? Yeah, we do shots out for sure. Riff Raff's cousin. I might be. I might be Riff Raff's cousin. You do know Riff Raff is a multi-millionaire, don't you? If I was his cousin, that would not be a bad thing. That man has shoes, products, music, mansions. Riff Raff is the homie. Tiptoeing in my Jordans. So I guess it's Two Time wants to troll tonight. Do you know Belly? Of course, I know Belly. Greetings, Florida. Florida in the house. Man, Breland, I've been good. Um, I got kind of a late start tonight. I wasn't feeling up to it all day today. I usually do a live earlier in the day, but I just couldn't do it. And I was like, you know what? 9 o'clock rolled around. My moderator kept bugging me. And so I said, you know, at 9 o'clock, let me go ahead and get up, man, and get myself together. And we go. What you guys want to talk about tonight, though, man? What do you want to hear? Right, we get it, Gabe. We get it, all right. Nobody's gonna say the name, okay? Like we're not little kids. Nice try though, bro. Diddy campfire stories. You know what? I am not from New York, bro. So I don't know nothing about a Diddy campfire story, man. All I know is Diddy's face is all over the news, and that's how it goes when you're a celebrity. You know what? Old ladies get attacked all the time, man. Unfortunately. So we got I'm not even gonna say what we got, man, because some of you guys are just ridiculous. Shout out to the Nation of Islam. Brush your teeth, gang. I didn't know you could see my teeth. I actually like to swish my mouth with coconut oil, man. You should look that up, man. You don't need toothpaste when you could use coconut oil. Thank me later. Yeah, most likely. Absolutely, man. Flame warrior. I see that you're an extremist, bro. I don't know if you know that, but you are an extremist. I highly doubt you're from North Korea, man, but Could be. On a hacked account? Yeah, I could see that. North Koreans tapping in. Boy, if King Jong catches you, though, it's off with your head. I have a question. Here's a good topic, man. Can anybody tell me, how did you find this stream tonight? Did you search me? Was it recommended to you? Are you subscribed? Was a friend watching, or did you just come across it by chance, man? How did you come across this stream? Christmas does have a pagan nature, but it has since changed the origin. The nature of Christmas has changed. A random scroll by. Okay, all right. So the algorithm is doing what it's supposed to do. Absolutely. The reason I want to know that is because my numbers they've been doing fairly good, and you know what? Santa is not Satan, Mr. Two Times, but I can tell you this. I'm going to give you a point of reference, a starting point. Look up Coca-Cola and Santa Claus and put the two together, and you'll probably find that the Coca-Cola bottling company is who started Santa Claus. It wasn't Satan. He didn't exist beyond the 1940s. Santa Claus was created by Coca-Cola to sell Coca-Cola. And that is a fact that is well known. So he ain't the devil, because how can Santa be the devil when Santa didn't even exist until a company created him? Let me tell you something. Santa was created out of the need for marketing and consumerism. Got nothing to do with Satan. Nice try, though. Some people actually know some stuff and others don't. Others just act like they know. But Santa Claus himself was created by the Coca-Cola bottling company because they weren't selling enough Coke and they needed a way to reach people on the holiday seasons. And that's exactly what they did. The whole red and green. Why you think Christmas is red? Because of Coca-Cola. Consume products and get ready for the next new product. Absolutely. You know, they're saying Pepsi and Coke, they're death dealers. Okay, here's a good topic, man. Let's see if somebody's got any type of intelligence about economics. Why did Microsoft partner with the Coca-Cola bottling company? Does anybody know? Why did Coca-Cola partner with Microsoft, a computer company and a beverage company? What could have possibly made them come together? And I don't even care if you don't have the answer. Ponder on that and tell me what you think it could be that a computer company would partner with a beverage company. Money is a part of the equation, obviously, but think about the world you live in. Think about the evil empire, the deep state, and just the satanic part that no one talks about. Just think about it all, man. Just put it all together, man. Think about Bill Gates and population regulations, legislation, and just put it all together in your mind, and you might come up with, why would a computer software company want to partner with a beverage company? To make Microsoft drinks. That is a funny one. I like that, man. I didn't even see that. How you doing, Germany? Germany in the house, everybody. We love Germany, man. Joseph, man created God to control other men. Why does anyone believe otherwise is baffling. You know what you believe, man. And that's where we lay it to rest. You believe what you believe. Whatever helps you get through your life and through your day. Man, we got Africa. We got Ghana to be exact. Man, we got Great Britain. I got Great Britain in my blood, man. I'm talking about we all around the world tonight. Anyway, so let me tell you about this why I think Coca-Cola and Microsoft would come together, man. Has anybody ever heard of nanotechnology? Microscopic smart robots small enough to float through your bloodstream? What's the best way to get it in your body? They can't download it through a computer, but I bet they can do it with a soft drink. Everybody drinks Coke. Stay away from Coke and Pepsi, folks. Or drink at your own risk. Or don't heed the warning whatsoever and just drink whatever you see at the gas station, at the grocery store. But just remember, you're living in an evil world. And these people at the top, they don't care nothing about the people at the bottom. Wow, Joseph, you're a genius. You got it all figured out. You know what? I didn't even see Joseph's comment, but you know, I didn't see anybody answer the question. I just seen goofy comments, so I figured I'd clear that up, man. There should never be a time where a computer software company partners with a beverage company. And if you see that, the first thing you should think is, I smell a conspiracy. Should you become a dictator? I don't think you would be able to become a dictator. Maybe in your own house. Coke definitely has an addiction of its own. Well, Coca-Cola also created Santa Claus, so they're a major player in the game of life, man. But at any rate, like and subscribe to my channel, man. I don't know everything. I don't even know half of everything, but I know a little something. Balls Try, Ball Striker says, to get people to drink Coke while using a PC to make people drink Coke. And you see, like, you're not going to get any intelligent people really to answer an intelligent question that is, you just, at least not on my stream. Because that was a real question. That was a real question, man. And I bet you it's some people sitting on the live right now drinking Coca-Cola, man. And that's fine, man. You know, me personally, I haven't drank a Coke in quite some time, but I'm guilty of it. I'm definitely guilty of it. They became useless. They become useless. You know, I'm getting a lot of messages that are held in review, man. I'm not even going to click and see what that could be because I'm pretty sure it's just the Disney Channel guys coming with that goofy behavior, which is cool, man. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the video. Subscribe to the channel, man, for the content. You know, lots of stuff coming. I can't wait till New Year's gets here. Hey, hey, how you doing? He got us regular in the house. Appreciate you stopping in again tonight, man. You know, I was asking the crowd, I said, hey, man, why would a computer software company team up with a beverage company? And basically, it was almost like it was a wrong answers only question because I didn't get anything close to what I was hoping for. But it's all right, you know. It's all right though. It's the things that people really need to know that really should be concerned about. Unfortunately, that's not how we live in our lives these days. And but at least I did my part, right? I brought the awareness. The awareness is the warning. Watch out for the nanotechnology entering into your body without your consent. So when you start not having full control over the things you think and feel, and people are starting to like do all this wild stuff out there, just remember you heard it here first, man. Nanotechnology can be seen under a microscope only, and it's a whole silicone robot. And with the right electromagnetic pulses, they can move that stuff around your body. Could that be we're just not that intelligent? You know what? Yeah, I really believe that when it comes to an intelligent person, it really just depends on how observation or how observant they are. Like if you're an why am I having trouble saying this word? If you are an observant person, you will just you won't have to worry about it. How you doing, Jamie? Make sure you subscribe so you can catch the vibe. This is Tejas live stream about what is T Tejas. Okay, yeah. Um, why don't you go ahead and hang out for a minute, man? My streams are about awareness to different issues in the world, man. And no, North Star, I am an American brother. I am from the West Coast, currently living in the Midwest. Fatima says, "Hey, how are you doing? My dog died when I was 6. I didn't know what to do, but I went ahead and turned 7. I still miss the dog, but then I learned about getting bricked up, so I didn't feel so bad." Okay, that was a complete waste of my time. And Hunters claims cancer. Yeah, so that's what we talk about, Jamie. We kind of just, well, I tried to, but I have trouble getting a really good crowd at times. You know, um, you know, lighthearted people, they don't take nothing serious. And that's cool, man. Have fun with life while you can, man. Don't be too serious, man. You know why? Because we got some great minds and some high paying people that they'll take care of all the thinking. Don't worry about it. You just keep doing you, and we'll take care of all your problems up here at the top. That's what they thinking about. They on some stuff like, I appreciate the subscribe highly. I highly appreciate it. And Neymar Prime is on the verge of becoming a full-fledged troll. Come on now, man. Doctor says I won't live long. You know what? Life is short anyways, man. I once came across the study of a guy. I think it was an independent study. It wasn't through no university or nothing. It was just a guy who did his own due diligent research, man. And he said that the cold hard fact of life today is the fact that most individuals are not going to die of old age. They're not going to pass naturally. It's going to be one of three things: it's going to be an illness, it's going to be a homicide, or it's going to be a tragic accident. And that's the three top ways that people are passing in 2026: homicide, illness, or a tragic accident. That's crazy, ain't it? Something I came across. I don't really know if it's even something to look farther into, but it sounds to me like Tree is got some type of illness, so I hope not. That would be unfortunate, man. But you got to think about these things because everybody's so happy-go-lucky until boom, it's over with. You know, me, I'm an '80s baby, so of course I see the world different than most people, man. We grew up in the '80s where technology hadn't taken like a big hold yet. Like we wasn't running around town with cell phones and tablets, and pagers weren't even out when I was growing up. The pagers didn't get introduced till the '90s. Now the wealthy folks had phones. My daddy was a baller back in the '80s, right? So he had him a car phone, man. My father was a he was a Yeah, my father was a hustler, man. God rest his soul. He passed away in 1994, man, from a tragic accident. My mother has since passed on as well. She passed away in the early 2000s from an illness. You see where I'm going with this? Tragic accident and the illness. My parents didn't get to see old age, and that's just a hard fact of life. Yeah, but are you dead spiritually? I was an 80s baby. Am I dead spiritually? I'm very much alive and healthy spiritually, sir. And all you have to really do is just listen to what I say, man. If you want to read the spirit of a man, all you got to do is listen to what he says, listen to what he cares about, how they feel, what do they do for other people. I'm sitting on alive trying to enlighten my people, man. So asking me if I'm dead spiritually shouldn't even be a question in your questionnaire, you know. But if that's what you want to know, the answer is no, sir. I am not dead spiritually. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to resuscitate some of y'all spirit. You know, I'm trying to wake the spirit up, and I'm trying to like let you know that you are way more powerful than you ever even imagined. But a lot of people just want to take it with a grain of salt, and you know, some people don't want to be serious about nothing, and that's fine. Yeah, I heard that the notification panel. You know, sometimes you got some real creative impersonators that come into your orbit, and they're good at what they do. So we're going to keep an eye on notification panel, even though if you look at his handle, panel is spelled incorrectly. But look how he, how did you like my joke? I liked it, but like, bro, you spelled panel incorrectly, man. You know, you're gonna have to fix that. Panel only got one N. You got it with two. That says notification panel, unless that's your name. And if so, that's pretty catchy and creative, man. What are you raising awareness about? Man, you know what? Every live is something different for the most part. Tonight I was talking about somebody asked me what the topic was, so I said that I chose to talk about how the Coca-Cola beveraging company is responsible for the creation of Santa Claus, since it's so close to Christmas, obviously, and how Christmas is no longer viewed as a pagan holiday, even though it does absolutely have pagan origins, which is a fact. But also, back to the Coca Cola bottling beverage company, partnered with Bill Gates's Microsoft company, and people, you know, the question was, does anybody know why a computer software program company would partner with a beveraging company? And so I just threw the word out there and said nanotechnology. And that's what led us to this point here. Oh, you was born 25 years ago on Christmas. Hey, you know what? That's kind of cool, man. It's a special year for you then. It's going to be a very special day. Can you tell the stream that your birthday is tomorrow? Absolutely, man. So, Gunza, that's name is too long to pronounce, so we just gonna call him Gonza. His birthday is tomorrow, everybody. Please wish Gonza a happy birthday. I believe he's one of my regulars. Actually, I know he is. He stops by from time to time. Um, the other ones, I hate to tell you this, but it's a little bit more sinister than just making money. Because what you're failing to understand is they already have all the money, man. They have all the money. It's not about money at this point. It's about power and influence. It ain't about the money, man, with these companies. Bill Gates got $100 billion he can go spend wherever he wants tomorrow morning. He don't need the money. He wants the power over you and over me. It ain't about the money, bro. Coca-Cola, it ain't about the money, bro. It's only about the money for the employees at the bottom that work in the plant, that drive the trucks, that make all the stuff. But at the people at the top, it's not about the money, bro. It's about the power. It's about getting you up out of here so they can move forward with their plans to make society 100% automated. Something you probably don't know much about, but you're going to hear it here tonight, man. We're pushing aggressively forward to turn society into an automated society. So where people aren't needed except for the essential frontline workers. You remember the pandemic when they were talking about the essential workers and the, yeah, well, that was a mental conditioning to let you know that everybody that's breathing is not needed, right? So they gonna get rid of the people that ain't essential to the program. At some point, this could happen 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now. But either way, it's happening right in front of our face. And like people are happy-go-lucky about it. So if you catch a illness and don't know how it happened, and you just get told by a doctor you got a few months to live, hey man, you might have been a target. But this is not surprising. We live in a capitalistic society and everything is for profit. Joseph, it is not about profit, man. I keep telling you that. These people have all the money in the world. It's not about profit. Profit's got nothing to do with it, right? You're thinking of it through somebody who needs money's point of view, right? If you need money, then it's about profit. But if you need power, then it takes on a dark spiritual aspect. It ain't about the money. They got all the money. Rick Wallace, I'm acknowledging you, buddy. How you doing tonight? Pay attention. I need 350. Stream on your birthday so I can sing happy birthday. You know what? I will. My birthday is next month. So I think I'm going to stream on my birthday, man. I might even go get the little birthday banner and put it behind me and put the big 44 right here. And that way nobody has to ask me how old I'm turning or if it's my birthday. They just automatically know. If you haven't liked the video, man, please like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, could you please subscribe? We're going live. Well, I'm going live with all my people every day until Christmas. Light Tree, I highly appreciate that, man. You should see when I cut this down, or if I were to dye this gray, you believe it or not, just started happening within the last couple years. North Star, I'm a January baby, man. 1982. I got started in the beginning of the year. But I was around. Let me tell you something. I remember when who remembers the earthquake? If you're my age, North Star, you probably remember the earthquake in San Francisco uh, in 1989 that tore up California, right? I remember I was out in the desert at my mom's friend's house that day, and the whole desert started shaking. We felt the earthquake way down south, right? Yeah, I was we sat in front of the TV for hours watching that. How the Golden Gate Bridge, collapsed partially, and I think like 60 people passed away in that earthquake. 64 people, somewhere around there. And then a few days later, another one hit down farther south. And a lot of people don't know that California originally had a lake bigger than all the Great Lakes in Michigan combined. It was called the Corcoran Lake, and it was a lake that was basically a mini ocean that ran right through the center of California. It was, I don't know, the lake was about 700 miles long. It was bigger than Lake Michigan. It was bigger than Lake Superior. It dried up because it was the mountains in California. They take a lot of storm runoff, and it causes a lot of flooding and it would drain into this lake, and the lake had reached full capacity. So it just at one point it dug itself back to the Pacific Ocean, and so now we call that the Valley of California, and that's where you find all the agriculture. That's where you find all the crops and the farmland. All that farmland used to be a lake, one of the biggest lakes in the United States, man. But yeah, the 1989 earthquake, man. Yeah, Lake Tulare was later, which that was what was left of Corcoran Lake. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. Lake Tulare, it was that down south, probably like I got to see exactly where it was at. It was down by like Tulare County, Kern County, towards Bakersfield, Fresno, and all of that. But um, yeah, Lake Tulare was the second lake. That was what was left over of Corcoran Lake, man. And and it used to be the biggest lake in the United States, though, man. I wish I would have been around to see that. That would have been because you could live at the time. You could have lived on both sides of the lake. You could have lived on the coastline side or the inland side. But all you would have to do is pass through the lake to get to the inland side or the coastland side. And according to history, the lake was so damn big that it was like a mini ocean inland. It was an inland ocean, basically. I'm sure that was the time to be a Californian back then. And then Lake Tulare basically dried up because of all the agriculture supporting all the farmland and the farmers. And now we don't even have Lake Tulare neither. But if you go even farther down south towards Mexico, they do still have the Salton Sea, but it's like not even worth it, man. If it was still here instead of a 500,000 two-bedroom, we would need 1.5 million to buy a house. Oh yeah, you absolutely right. I didn't even think about that. Lakefront property. People think California is expensive now. If it would have been around back then, yeah, Gonza, I stream every day, man. And it's gonna remain that way till either Christmas or New Year's. I still haven't decided, man. I'm feeling like I might as well just go until New Year's because um we're having a lot of fun, and things are going well, man. The numbers are looking good. We got 37, 38 minutes in. We got 9 people in the chat. We got 32 likes. If you haven't subscribed, man, please subscribe because we chop it up like this every time, man. I like to engage, and like we just, you know, anybody is welcome. I don't care who you are, what your background is. You can come in here hating. You can come in here talking ish. I don't care, man. As long as you in here, as long as you a part of it, man. My favorite car, man. You know what? I'm a big fan of a 1963 SS Impala and a 1969 Chevelle SS. I'm an SS kind of Chevy guy, man. No, I don't live in California these days, man. I'm out here in the great state of Michigan, man, up here by the Canadian border. Yeah, I mean, well, you know what? They're some of the realest cars ever built. And if I get me some money, I'm gonna have both of them, man. Only thing is, I'm kind of like hybrid in the sense of old American muscle because, yeah, I'm from California. Yeah, I'm born and raised in California. I'm just not living in California these days because the cost of living is too expensive. And one of these days I'll get into a story what ultimately made my family leave out of California, man. But I'll just tell you this: our house was shot up by the police, and my younger brother almost got unalived by the sheriff department. So that was the last straw for my family. They packed up and they moved out of California for good, man. But I still got a lot of family that still live in LA. I got people up north. I still got a whole bunch of family in California. All my childhood friends, everybody, they're still out there. But it was time for us to go when the police did the little shooting for no reason, man. And but I ain't gonna say too much because I'm gonna Save that story for another day, man. Today you got to drive a Ford Ranger. I like Ford, man. 40K for a decent 63 Impala. Yeah, around 40. I would agree to that. But 40 gonna get you something nice though. For 40K, but I'm talking about I don't want my 63 cut out. Oh yeah, I've been up to Modesto. I got some I'm sure I don't know what you know about the streets of Modesto, but man, I got some Asian homies from Modesto that are yeah, I got some Asian homies from out there, man. I'm a hybrid though when it comes to old American muscle because I want my 63 to be on 24s, but I want Vogues and 4 times gold. And I want my offset to be so crazy. I don't want my car to be sitting like it do like in Florida, how the back is slanted down. Nah, I don't want it like that. I want the back to be the same height as the front, and I want the wheels to be popping. Now I got a vision. I just need the finances, man. I got the vision already locked in. I just need the finances, and we're moving forward as soon as I get the finances. But yeah, you know what? I was held in Stockton for a while, man. I was in a facility in Stockton for about 2 years, man. I spoke about that in the earlier live. I was out there. You know, I miss them days, man. You have love in your heart. That's what's important. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. You gotta have love in your heart, man. You know, too many people have hate in their heart. No, I wasn't in Preston, man. I was in Stockton, OH Clothes out there by if you know Chad, Carl Holden, all that kind of stuff, man. I was in OH Clothes, School for Boys, out there in Stockton, man. But met a lot of good people from Modesto, from Madera, Tulare County, Hanford, um, you know, all of that, man. I'll make you yeah, yep. Youth Authority, man. I was one of the YA babies, unfortunately, man. I do my best, Tricky. How you doing, man? I see you back again. Appreciate it. Gonza, what's going on, bro? I wish I could pronounce that whole name, but I just ain't even gonna try, man. That's like a 10-foot long name. What's that, about 30 letters in your name, bro? Plus you got the nerve to have some numbers on the end? Sheesh. Hold on, let me go grab a water, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna show you. I got a donation today from a subscriber, man. So I'm gonna promote Fiji water, man. This is the 6 pack, but I got a whole bunch of these, man. Got these from a subscriber. Can you believe that? But you know, it's because you know, it's better than Coca-Cola. It's better than Coke or Pepsi. Even though, you know what, I ain't gonna even sit up here and play with people, man. Um, on a hot day, I still go get a Pepsi or a Coke, man. I am not even gonna. I ain't gonna play with the game, man. I ain't even gonna play with the game. These days, as I get older, man, I try to stay away from the soft drinks, man. Pop is not good for your system anymore, man. It's a sugar bomb, right? Is what it is. Water. This is some decent water. Let me tell you something about water, man. And I'm gonna show you. If you look right here, I don't know if you can see it. You can't really see it, but there's a table of contents that tells you what's in the water, right? That's what you want to look for when you find in water in a store. You want to look at the back and see if it has a table of contents, right? If you see that, there's a good chance that's decent water. Even Canadians don't trust you anymore. Okay, well, shout out to Canada, man. I could throw a rock and it'll land in Canada. I go fishing at the Detroit River every summertime, and I got my binoculars. I could I could use my binoculars and look over the river and see Canada. As a matter of fact, if you go to my short videos, I got one in there where I'm filming these two boats going by. That's on the Canadian side of the Detroit River. It's pretty cool. When I first landed out here, I was blown away by the landscape. Detroit is a very unique city, man. Ain't like no other city in the United States. I'll tell you that right now. You know, people say, oh, it's the hood, which, yeah, Detroit definitely has the hood. That is a fact. But, man, people out here are really cool, man. There's a lot of cool people. There's a lot of inspiring people trying to come up in the world. And most importantly, they do a lot of business out here. If you want to make money, come to Michigan, man. It's a city and state that is on the rise. All right, Gonza. Catch you later, alligator. If you want to make some money and you a grown man, come out towards the Detroit area, man. You'll be able to get a job in a week. Oh, okay, that's what I do, man. I do metal working and tow truck driving, but I do more metal working than anything, man. I am a prolific 100% professional welder, welding technician. Oh, she's a jewelry specialist. Okay. Well, I like jewelry. I love jewelry. I like gold. I'm a gold man. I'm not too big of a fan of diamonds, but I really like gold, man. You like painting nails? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Paint nails is a good business if you own you a little shop. My youngest daughter's mom was trying to start her little mobile nail shop, and I told her that'd have been a good idea because she knows how to do hair and nails very well. I took welding classes in college. Yeah, yeah. You can make some money welding, man. Most definitely. No, I don't like anybody who's asking for me to read something out loud is like, why do you even waste your time typing all that in the first place, man? What part of LA are you from? I'm not from Los Angeles, man. My people are from LA. I'm from farther north, Kern County area, Bakersfield, Tehachapi, Mojave, the whole Kern County, man. Look up Kern County, California. Kern, Kern County, California. That's where I'm from, man. The North remembers. And I do, you know what? I miss back home a lot, man. I wish I could get back home for a week, for a day. But right now, I'm in Michigan. That's where I'm at. So we are 49 minutes in. We got 5 on the chat with 36 likes. I want to let everybody know I highly appreciate your participation for tapping in. Man, you guys are awesome. Titans, how you doing tonight, man? David Maxwell said, nice hat, man. Yeah, got to protect my third eye. My pineal gland. I got to protect it from psychic attacks. People trying to scry into your mind and see what you're thinking about. Yeah, it's cold. It's not that cold, though. It's definitely cold, though, but it ain't just freezing cold, man. I'm up in the kitchen, man. I'm in the kitchen, man. I look like I'm doing one of those videos right before you see me get my head chopped off. I don't know what the temperature is, man. I don't want to check because it'll mess the live up. How you doing, Abel Sanchez? Greetings to you. Digging the name. Pepper Ridge Farm remembers. Hey, Pepper Ridge Farms is good. I could tell you're a Family Dollar shopper, sir. Nothing wrong with that. Good Food remembers too. And that's good with an E on the end. GOODE Foods. When you go to the store, buy you some Good Foods canned goods. Great company in the Midwest. No preservatives. Yes. Never forget. Light free. What's going on, man? What you got going on over there, man? Light free said, never forget. Never forget what they did during COVID neither. Oh no. Man, listen, man, you better not forget, man. You want to talk about you want to talk about a cold ploy against the people? That's what COVID-19 was. That was a ploy against the people. Yeah, man. Never forget. But we don't understand considered rude. Cognitive cognitive dissonance is definitely real. Oh man, you got that right, it is. COVID took your grandmother. I'm sorry to hear that, man. You know what? I was blessed enough to not have anybody close to me pass from it, but I did have people close to me who did contract COVID. I did not contract COVID-19. As a matter of fact, I've never even been vaccinated, bro. And I told everybody around me that was close to me, do not go get vaccinated, please. And what did they do? They all went and got vaccinated. And they blamed it on their damn jobs. They say, oh, my job, man. I had to get back. My job. I'm like, what the hell has your job got to do with your health, man? How is your job going to tell you to do something that can put you in the dirt, man? Dearborn, Michigan, Henry Ford hometown. Okay. Yeah, I'll be in Dearborn. I ain't been to Dearborn in a minute, but Dearborn got some really good food. If anybody on this live knows anything about Dearborn, if you want some shawarma, go to Dearborn. Dearborn got some great food, man. And it's affordable, man. The Middle Easterners ain't charging, man. You'll be able to get you some food for a decent price, man. And the Middle Easterners, they like to load your food up too. You get a lot. They ain't skimpy with the food, man. And then if you go farther down in Michigan and Detroit, they got a place called Mexican Town. Go get all the tacos you want, man. Get tacos, burritos, carne asada fries. They got the Mexican grocery stores down there. Man, when my truck was still working, my truck it stopped working on me, man. But when it was running, boy, I go down there, go get me some carne asada meat, go get me some Mexican spices, go hit up the Middle Eastern place and get some Middle Eastern spice, go get me some shawarma steak. I don't know how many people know about shawarma, but man, that's some good stuff, man. Hey, can I get a like from somebody so we can have an even 40 likes? I know it's at least one person who hasn't liked the video yet, man. There, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, man. Yeah, see, Cornerstone knows, man. It is the bomb. It is the bomb, man. Get your old shawarma wrap. Oh man. That's all I really like to eat, man. I'm not a big pizza. I do like spaghetti, but only from like a real Italian restaurant. Like if I'm gonna do Italian, it's got to be like real Italian prepared. But pizza, I got gut issues, man. So it's a lot of food I can't eat, man. And then they got all the regular stuff like the fast food places. They got the Chinese spots, and yeah. Hey man, I work out, man. I ain't worked out in a while, but I um I used to be a exercise guru, and that's why I can be in my 40s and I'm still physically fit despite all my ailments. I'm promoting Fiji water, man. This was donated to me by one of my subscribers, man. I highly appreciate I highly appreciate Music Fan, one of my best subscribers ever. How you doing, Seema? Seema Yadav. Seema. Is that how you say your name, Seema? It's not morning where I'm at though, sweetheart. It's 10:20 at night. So you must be on the other side of the world, which is good. I like that. I like talking to people from far away, man. That gives me the confirmation I'm looking for, man, that my message it defies borders. I can go wherever I want to go with my voice, man. If I want to go to China, I really ain't had no Chinese people tap in yet, but I've had Indonesia, I've had Asia tap in, but nobody from China and Japan yet. I haven't seen them. I'm a carpenter. My job site is a gym. Okay, yeah, I can dig it, man. I used to hit up Planet Fitness when I was in Las Vegas. I used to go to Planet Fitness with my girl. She had a membership and she could bring one free person with her. So I went, right? Until I seen that they walk around the bathrooms like butt naked. I was like, I don't want to go no more, man, because if I have to go use the bathroom, it's naked people walking around in the bathroom and I don't like that. Because I mean, you know, you're in society, right? So to have to go there and see that means you're making a choice to go there and see that. And so it kind of threw me off, man. What's the message? Is it the nanotechnology thing? That could be the message, man. It depends on what is your education level, Joseph. How smart do you consider yourself, Joseph? How many years of professional education do you have, Joseph? Edward, I'm talking about at the gym. At the gym, bro. Oh, you have 16 years of professional education. Well, why are you wasting brain activity on my life, bro? You must like what I really have to say. You just don't want to say that, man. You must be tapping in just to see, man. Cause you're either 16 years old or you have 16 years of professional education, experience, and conditioning. And if that's the case, Joseph, then me and you need to have a private conversation off the live, away from the cameras. Cause I'm pretty intelligent, but I could always use some more. Oh, shout out to Kenneth, man. We got us a new subscriber, man. Thank you so much. Can you say my name, Taylor? Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with Taylor. Absolutely. Shout out to Taylor, man. There's a city in Michigan right outside of Detroit called Taylor. You don't need a professional education to understand things. You know what? That's what I've been telling people. MJ, that's what I've been telling people. You do not need a professional, high paid education to be an observant individual, man. Most people are equipped with a electrical, highly intelligent computer inside their skull. But I guess people don't get that, man. They feel like they gotta go and do all this extra stuff to learn something, which, I mean, if you want to survive in the Matrix, then yeah, you do. Because the Matrix got more tricks than the average magic show just to say that you're smart, man. Oh, man, you sound like my damn daughter, man. She's always bugging for some Robux. You sound like my child. She be bugging her mama every day for some damn Robux. Professional education is for mediocrity or meritocracy. I agree. I mean, it has its advantages and it also has its purpose, but the common citizen doesn't need to worry about a professional education, man. Not the common citizen. The common citizen needs to be focused on survival, man, because we got a lot of silent weapons formed against us, man. You know, there's a lot of silent weapons formed against the common citizen, man. I am from I'm from the western part of the United States, man, the California area, man. I've been all through the western part of the United States, but I was born in California, man. I was raised in California. I got in a lot of trouble in California and Nevada. Lots of trouble. Nothing major. You see, I'm a free man, so I didn't sacrifice my life for the sake of getting in trouble, but I definitely sacrificed years of my life, though. Did you have a daughter? I have two daughters. My daughter that lives with me here in Michigan, she was actually born in Nevada. Yeah, man, I feel vulnerable these days from the higher ups. You need to, man. DP, you need to, man. There's a lot going on way up there in the sky, whether you know it or can see it or not. There is a lot going on. And you know what? Honestly, that's what I keep my attention on is what's going on, like up in the higher ups. You know, I don't do celebrity gossip, but certain stuff I do. It just depends on what's going on. Like, did you guys hear about the race car driver that just died in a plane crash with his whole family? Just like completely terrible, man. Completely terrible. Yeah, we call him the deep state, DP. That's what you call him, the deep state, man. Joyce, I send prayers to your animals. It's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. I have animals that live with me myself, so I am very considerate of the animal babies. Very considerate. I am an animal loving man, and I am proud of it. Most people that go to college don't even retain a tenth of what they learned. They don't. And everybody knows that nowadays that college doesn't guarantee you the dream life anyway. You want the dream life, you gotta join the secret society. You know that's who's winning right now is the people that are selling their soul for a jelly roll. But they get a little bit more. They might get a whole case of jelly rolls. But I mean, it's up to you, man. Each man makes his own choice. Each woman makes her own choice. It just seems conspiratorial, and that usually is just a lack of knowledge or uninformed. I'm just going to set you straight. Yeah, you know what? Like I said, I don't have nothing against formal education, man, and a professional degree, to make your dream life or whatever the reason that you go to school. If you want a certain career, if you want to dominate a certain field, got no problem with that, man. But it seems to me like it's just it's for power and control nowadays, right? It's 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 a battle against the rich and the poor. You know what I'm saying? And I quite honestly, like, You know the old saying that is like most college education and community college education is only teaching you to be a bean counter, and that's it, right? You're not going to learn how to run a Fortune 500 company. You're going to learn how to run a gas station, and that's about it. Success is based on the amount of effort that you put into it. Yeah, so is knowledge, man. So is knowledge, man. That's why I like to say I got the knowledge without the college, man. You know, I like to say that, man, I'm educated with no college and I'm wealthy with no money. That'll go over a lot of people's heads, but some people will understand where I'm coming from when I say that. I got the education without the college and I got the money without the finances. I'm wealthy with no money. No socks for life. Okay, absolutely. Let me see. What did I want to see what Oliver said. It was a bunch of Australian Navy nurses who came to that conclusion after visiting Pacific Islands on first aid missions. Okay. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. If you join the Mormon church, they'll send you to be a feed the children in Africa. Okay. That sounds cool, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. One thing I don't like is people that brag about knowing millionaires, especially if they ain't got no damn money they self. Hold on, let me let the dog out for a minute. You wanna go outside there? Come on. All right, I had to let the dog out real quick, man. He'll sit there and cry all night. Are you a Diddy victim? Hi, how you doing, Brittany Bayless? Godfather. You know what? That I'm a skilled tradesman, Godfather. That's what I do, bro. And I got a few different skilled trades under my belt, man. And you are absolutely right, because I made some decent money in my life, man, off of having skilled trades. I never needed to go to college. I'm damn near a master welder. I could use some more education on welding, but I tell you this, I never went to school, not one single day to learn how to weld. I'm a self-taught welder, man, and I know how to burn. I know light electrical, I know low voltage electrical, I know carpentry, I know construction, I know concreting, I know tow truck driving. What else do I know? I guess janitorial work is, I'm just going to throw that in there, but you don't really have to be a skilled tradesman to do janitorial work. But, you know, to manage someone else's property, I don't know. Oh, see, if you're a machinist and you getting so you get the top dollars over the whole shop. And then the engineers, obviously, they get the even higher top dollars. The engineers make more than the machinist, but the machinist make more than the welder, and the welder make more than the grinder, and so on and so forth. I had a friend of mine that's a machinist, man, and he's real good. He makes good money. He works for the Auto Workers Union now. He works for Ford. Um, I was thinking about joining the union, but they get too many layoffs in the union nowadays, man. My grandfather was a welder for the military, man. He did welding and mechanics in the military, in the Air Force. But yeah, you got to see now when it comes to being a machinist and machining parts, you got to be somewhat educated because you can't just you got to have knowledge to do that. Like I've always wanted to get into machining, but it's like it's hard. It's hard because they got it. That's a part of the shops that are locked down. Like the machinists, you know, you can't really just get hired doing that. You got to like learn it. You got to have a skill of machining. But I would love to do it. You know, working with lathes and drill presses and dangerous stuff that could actually there's tons of videos online about hurting yourself. How you doing, Renee? Greetings, greetings. We got 48 likes, man. Can I get 2 likes to make it an even 50? We got 4 in the chat. Double R is dying. What's going on, Wiggly Tooth? How you doing, Renee Garcia? Oh, look at that. We got an even 50, man. Thank you, thank you. One of these days I'll be able to look up and see 300 likes. Can you sing a song? Can I sing a song? This isn't that type of channel. I'm pretty sure there are live streams right now where they are taking requests. I can't even play music in the background because I don't own the copyrights. I'm not going to subscribe, so bye. All right, you have a great night. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. You went to college and learned all of the trades. They don't even teach us that stuff anymore. You know what? I took a class back in my teenage years in high school, the clay pottery class on how to make clay pottery. And I also took a class on how to weld bike frames and build bikes. And you know what? I actually liked that because it was a um, it was a hands-on experience where you just learned how to fix and build stuff. So it kind of carried me into my adulthood. It made sense now that I look back at it. They also have a mechanic shop in high school where you can actually fix a car, but we didn't have access to the cars. We were just kind of doing the I have been a machinist for 46 years. I started with Ford Motor Company. Oh, well, you're damn near on you're on the road to retirement, man. A successful retirement, man. It sounds like you got a lot of accolades under your belt, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I built my first bike in shop class. Yeah, sure did. And was proud of it too at the time, man. Proud of it. Angie, Josh, appreciate it. Thank you so much. I actually work hard to produce my videos. You taught trades for years. You know what? I'm actually looking for a good trade right now, man. I live in the area where there's a lot of welding shops, but bro, I've been welding for 20 years, man, and it's took a toll on my eyesight, my skin. Like I got burn marks all over me. And in these fab shops, they got levels. So you got the fitter, you got the fabricator, and then you got the weld out guy. I was always the weld out guy, man. I made my money on overtime, but I'm like, when I got into towing during the pandemic, man, much better work, easier. I got to be on the road, which is what I like. Now, when I started welding in Vegas, I worked on a welding rig where we drove all over. So I worked off of a mobile welding rig, and that's where I got all my experience from. My humble beginnings was building carport structures, man. I built carport structures for apartment complexes, professional buildings, anywhere, even in people's yards. If you needed a damn carport, and to this day, I can bust out a carport. I'll go get the material, set the posts, set the cantilevers, weld it or screw it, however you prefer, whatever is cost effective for you, and I can still bust out a carport, man. Weather seal it at the top, silicone everything down so there's no leaks. I miss that kind of work, man. But you know, you grow and you evolve. And yeah, I do car care, man. I know how to do mechanic work, absolutely, man. But you know what? I'm more of a hobbyist when it comes to mechanic work. I did work at a mechanic shop a few times, but I much rather learn on my own vehicles, man. Like I've done work on a lot of my own personal cars, man. And and that's where I got a lot of my I've already been in electrical, man. I do I've done low voltage electrical work, remote rolling gates, structural lighting, the lighting inside of buildings. Low voltage stuff that's not going to electrocute you to death, but it could if you're stupid. Okay. I had a friend in Las Vegas. He It was crazy because he didn't have a job, but this dude knew so much shit, man. Like this fool built his own lowrider, built his own hydraulic system. He did everything himself. And I just would ask him, like, bro, why don't you have a job? You do all this shit that you can make so much money for, but you don't have your own job. It was crazy. I hate working on the new cars. I'm sure everybody hate working on the new cars, but unfortunately, man, let me tell you something, man. Some of the shit I've seen at these mechanic shops with these new vehicles, bro, like these Jeep Wagoneers. Oh my God, man. If a Jeep Wagoneer has a transmission problem, I sat there and watched the technician say that the only way to fix the problem is you got to take the body off of the frame. And then he said the exhaust system runs up above the frame. So you can't even change the exhaust system without detaching the frame from the truck. It's like who would want a Wagoneer after you know that kind of information? To fix the transmission is going to run you about $8,000. You better off just buying a. I mean, Wagoneers do look nice, but it's like you have one for what, a year, and then you trade it in for it. So the best way to own one of these new vehicles is to lease them. You don't want to buy them. You do not want to buy none of these new cars. You just want to lease and lease only. And then I heard how now you got all this new technology, the touchscreen, the GPS, the radios, and everything else, and even Bluetooth connect to the radio. It's all becoming subscription through the manufacturers. So it's like you buy the car, you own the car, but you don't own the components in the car. You don't own the satellite links. But if you want, you can. Right. You can subscribe and pay a monthly fee. And I'm talking about you'll be driving a new car and your new car has got 10 subscriptions just so all your stuff functions. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. And it's the same with them Dodge Cummins diesels, man. If you want to work on the motor, you don't have to, but it's easier with the diesel is to detach the body from the frame. But I mean, who's really able to do that? Like, that's the price of a whole new car. You know, if I had me a nice ride that costed me $8,000 to fix, and I just bought this car, I'm gonna spend 10,000 on a later model vehicle, and I'll never go back to a new car again, ever. Okay, I don't have any sons though, gang. I have all daughters, man. I knew you was gonna say that. I got all daughters, brother. No sons, man. I wanted a son, but God said no. Only daughters, little girls. And yeah, you good, man. Don't worry about it. I hope you find your pops, man. I hope you do. My question is, if you know how he look, how you don't know who he is? Oh man, Godfather, don't sell that. A 94 F-150? That's probably 94, bro. That's like F-150's golden years, man. That's when they started to get the no, that's actually, F-150 in 1994, that's some of the golden years. F-150 is what paved the way for pickup trucks in America, man. I don't even think we'd have efficient pickup trucks if it wasn't for the F-150. I wouldn't mind having me a 94. I had a 2002 Explorer, and that thing, it was a V6, but it was a 4x4. My 4x4 worked on it, and it was a beast, man. It was owned by some Chaldean Middle Easterners in Dearborn, Michigan, but they took good care of it. So, and then my dumb ass sold it, man, because I had a partner who needed a truck, man, and I was about to leave and head back out of town, so I sold him the truck, man. And man, I regret doing that, man. That was my truck, man. But you know why I sold it? Because my heat actuator went out, and they wanted $800 to fix it, and I knew how to fix it myself. But the reason I didn't want to fix it is because it was in the dead of the winter when it went out, and it was too cold to work because I didn't have nowhere indoors I could do it. Because you got to take a bunch of stuff from the center console and the dash. You don't have to take the dash out, but you got to take a bunch of stuff from under the dash out. And I could have just did it little by little, but I just didn't feel like it. So I sold it to my boy, man. He needed a car. He was working at this black owned place. This lady that I knew the owner. It was this lady who was still in business. No, not the heater core, just the actuator. The heater worked, just the actuator wouldn't open the flap to let heat come into the truck. So I was too lazy to fix it because it was too cold outside, man. And so I just sold it, which I still regret to this day because now I got a Buick Enclave with a bad timing chain, and I don't even know what to do with it. You know, it still starts and runs, but like I need a new motor at this point. I changed my YouTube name. Read it. Christian Bro. Christian Bro, how you doing, man? Make sure you like and subscribe, man. I'll check out your channel if I like it, and I'll subscribe to you as well, man. I like to collaborate. No, it's plastic, man. It was a plastic part that only cost $60 from 1A Auto, man. But the hours it takes to get to it, they charging $800 to replace it. And I know how to replace them. It's just like when you working in a cold truck in the dead of the winter time in Michigan when there's snow on the ground, it's just too cold, man. And I just didn't feel like doing. I could have took the passenger seat out, and I could have took a little bit out at a time, but I just didn't feel like doing that, man. I was and I was getting ready to leave town, so that was another reason why. So it was a mistake I made. And I feel so bad. I had just bought brand new tires too, man. I had just bought brand new tires for it, and then I sold it like an idiot. My tires alone cost me $500. As a matter of fact, my tires were $560, man. And sold it, man. I'm from the West Coast, man. I'm from California area. I'm in the Midwest nowadays, though. Let me go get my dog from outside. Hold on. Watch the door for me because I'm keeping it open, all right? You see anybody come out on that driveway, you start barking. I'll take care of the rest. Oh, man, there's no such thing as a boring place to live, man. You should be more concerned about is it safe? Because if it's boring, that usually means it's safe. There's a lot of people that where the action is at is because people are getting robbed and shot and all kind of stuff. Oh, okay. Well, I don't. You got to tell me what your original name was, Christian Bro. I mean, I recognize the picture, but Christian Bro is better, man. If you was a YouTuber, that'd be a better name to have, man. But now that you changed the name, I hope you also subscribe to the channel, man, because we come together like this, like prayer hands, every night. Just learn stuff, exchange ideas, and figure stuff out. Oh, okay, this is Gonza. All right, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know what? I grew up in a small town, man. I actually miss small town life, man. Only thing I didn't like about my small town was everybody was on drugs when I was growing up. You know, that's a typical small town in California, man. Everybody's on damn drugs. And then when you get older and you spread your wings and start flying and you tell people where you're from, that's all they remember. Oh, you're from where? Like, yeah, my humble beginnings. But I'm not gonna be saying what small town I grew up in, so I'm gonna keep that private because I still got too many friends. What up? How you doing, Raul? What's going on, man? You all right? I would show y'all the dog, but he's camera shy somehow. Hey, don't worry, bro. You not having no friends is the least of your worries, man. You can't trust friends these days. If you got good friends and they your day ones, that's different. Or you're homeschooled. Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't homeschooled. I at least got to go to public school. So we are 88 minutes in, man. 89 minutes now. I think I'm gonna go to we'll go to 100 minutes, man. We'll go to 100 minutes. That's an hour and 40 minutes, man. I'm in Northeast Georgia, originally from upstate New York. Okay. I Michigan is only 600 miles from Buffalo, man. I was contemplating on vacationing to New York, but I don't know. I got to do the math to see how far New York City is from where I'm at. My sister been in New York City, but I never have. Yeah, I ain't never been there, but I got some partners, man. You know, I lived in Vegas, so you meet a little bit of everybody in Vegas, man. I've met people from every state in the country, man. Every state, including Alaska and everywhere else, man. And they all got like make me want to go and travel the country, man. Yeah, Louisiana. You know what? I knew a girl named Sabrina that moved to Vegas, right? She was a victim of Hurricane Katrina, and FEMA gave her family a $90,000 check to go buy a house in Nevada. And that's what they did. They went and bought a nice home in Vegas from a FEMA check. And I've never known anyone else to get 90 grand from FEMA, but they got a $90,000 check. And they had to move, and they were mad because that was like everything they've ever known was in Louisiana. And I was like, man, I couldn't even imagine being out there during Hurricane Katrina, man. Hello, I'm watching you from India. Greetings to India. How are you doing? Everyday special. This is another this is another uh uh a regular right here. Every day be tapping in, man. I appreciate you, everyday special. I really do, bro. You know, that's what it's all for, man, is bring people an experience, man, because there's a lot of creators out there, but you know, um I ain't on no goofy time. I ain't wearing no mask, and I don't knock nobody for nothing they doing. But like you step into my page, we gonna be on something real and organic, man. You know, and yeah, I'm a small creator, man. I don't even have a team. I just got a few loyal people who stay down with me that we gonna grow together, man, like a group of plants. We gonna grow together, man. And this is another one of my attempts to break out of the everyday hustle and bustle of work, man. You do good enough, man, you can get a pretty decent check from YouTube, bro. You can pay your bills off of YouTube money, man. It's very possible, but you got to put in the groundwork, and that's what we doing here. Is putting in the groundwork. I'm putting my name out there, and I'm doing good. My numbers are gradually increasing, and you know, if I come across something that I think is worth sharing, that's some good information, I pass it on, man, because I'm hardly a gatekeeper, man. And I'm the kind of person that I stay tapped into really good resources to find out different stuff that can help, man. I appreciate it, Godfather and Augie. You know what? I knew a counselor back in the day named Augie, man. He was a photographer. He wasn't a certified photographer, but he just liked to take pictures of people. And yeah, Augie was cool. Mexican dude, man. I liked Augie. He was weird, but he was cool. He's got to be about 70 these days. He didn't spell his name like that, but that was his name, Augie. He was from Los Angeles. How you doing, Jade? Greetings, greetings. Yeah, you know, it's just another night, man. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, man. We are literally in the thick of the holiday season. I can't even believe it's 2026, man. This is probably one of the shortest years of my life, man. Wow, Augie Cruz. Why does that sound familiar, man? It could have been Cruz. It could have been Cruz, man. He worked for a youth facility, man. I don't remember what his last name was, but he would be an older gentleman now. Like, let me see, I was 17 at the time, and he was already damn near 50, so he would be close to 70 by now. He would be a old man. But yeah, man, this was the shortest 2025, man. It was the shortest year, man, that I've ever experienced. Why are we getting all these review messages? Because wait a minute, let me see something. Oh, I can't even see it now. Hey man, I'm sending a shout out to Fiji Water, bro. This is some good stuff right here. What happened in 2024? Oh, you haven't got over that 2024 is over and now 2020. Yeah, like we're days away from that complete end. We'll never see 2025 again. And they will get shorter as the years pass. Man, you are right about that. They always tell you as you get older, man, time gets shorter. And that is the truest statement ever made by anybody. How you doing, Wallace? AJ, how you doing, man? Greetings, man. Make sure to give me a like, man, and possibly a subscribe, man. I always give people the option, man. You can hang out and see if you want to subscribe, or you can subscribe, and if you don't like the content, man, you can unsubscribe, man. But we just over here building, man, exchanging ideas, man, and keeping it organic. And that's it. Nothing else. And it's a lot of organic pages out there, but there's also a lot of people that just they be on YouTube just a lying. They be on here acting like gurus. I don't have no formal education, bro. Everything I know was earned the hard way, man. For real. Everything I learned is earned the hard way. You have 2 birthdays a year, it seems. Okay. Yeah, you know what? All my daughters are Aquarius like myself, man. And I'm an air sign, so it's like my youngest is 6, she'll be turning 7. And her birthday is 2 days after mine, and my daughter's is 2 weeks after that. So it's like, since I'm in between jobs, though, man, I couldn't even really do much for Christmas this year, let alone their birthdays, man. But they know when I'm on, man. Yeah, I don't really get the whole 6-7 thing, but I don't like its origins. The only people really talking about 6-7 is the celebrities, and I don't follow celebrity trends, not me. But hey, man, hey, I said a 6-7 joke in my shorts. I said the old why was 6 afraid of 7? Cause 7, 8, 9 upside down, and that was for all the 6-7ers out there. All right, Augie, see you soon, brother. So we got 2 minutes, man, and I'm gonna have to end this chat for the night, man. I've been going strong for almost 100 minutes, man. But I gotta get the kitchen together because we gonna start making some kind of meal for the AM. My youngest grandchild is 5. Okay, so you a grandfather. Now that's what I like to hear, man. All these youngins, man. When I first started the live, bro, it was a lot of youngsters. And when I say youngsters, I literally mean youngins, man. Like, I think one kid said he was 9 years old. I looked at the handle and I knew right away he was on either his mom or his dad's phone. And I was like, wow, how do the kids, unless it was a practical joke that I just wasn't aware of, I was like, how are these kids able to just tap into grown folks' business like that? But I guess nowadays the lines are blurred, so that's the rise of social media. How you doing, Annabelle? I see you said you're 12. I knew the babies weren't far away. I have 7 grandchildren and 4 adult children. Okay. Well, I'm blessed enough to have my oldest daughter 16, so I don't have any grandchildren as of right now. But I don't know. We'll see. I hope I survive long enough to see some grandchildren. That'll be nice. I have some beautiful daughters, so I'm proud of that, man. We all share this light skin, and you see your mom tomorrow. Okay. Well, I got a few presents for my youngest, so hopefully maybe she'll stop by on Christmas Day and I'll get to spend a few minutes with her, but it's hard to say, man. So we are officially at 100 minutes, but it's looking good. I might extend it, man. Extra 10 minutes, man. I ain't doing nothing. The cat went outside, so I gotta kind of wait for him to come back in. Your oldest granddaughter is 20. Okay. My oldest daughter has a sister that's 24, so she's the youngest out of her two sisters, but her oldest sister doesn't have any kids neither, so no grandchildren yet, man. But I'm only 43, so that's not even that old, man. My mother had me when she was in her 20s. So, and I'm the middle child. So I got a younger brother and an older sister and everything. So I don't mind being the middle child, man. That is okay with me, man. That is absolutely okay, man. But look though, man, we got 7 in the chat. We got the 53 likes going on. We 101 minutes in. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. Because we going to be going. I might go live a little earlier tomorrow, man. I slept in kind of late today, man. I wasn't feeling good, man. I got gut issues, man. And when my stomach start messing up, man, it makes me real drowsy, man. So at some point, I got to hit the grocery store and go get my cherries and berries. And, that'll help me. And I want to put this out there for anybody, man, especially the older people, man. And if you don't know it, cool. If you do know it, even better. Ulcers and stomach issues are reversible, but you gotta get your bacteria under control. You gotta watch what you eat. I just learned that recently, man. I did not know an ulcer was reversible. You don't have to go to a doctor to fix it. You can fix it yourself with the right type of diet, and there is no set diet with a person who has ulcers, man. I don't even know if I have an ulcer. I just know I have a lot of inflammation, and it is very uncomfortable, and it's like it takes the spark out of life. When your stomach's messed up, any health condition takes the spark out of life, man, but stomach issues, you can't even enjoy a good meal because you pay for it 10 minutes after you're done eating. And I'm talking about, boy, you pay for it for hours. But anyways, man, it was good talking to you guys, man. I'll be back tomorrow, either early or not. Maybe the same bad channel, same bad time. Please tap in with me then, man. If you haven't already liked the video, please subscribe. I love you guys. You guys are great. Have a good night.